Daniel never thought loneliness could feel like this. Not loud, not dramatic, but quiet and heavy. The kind of loneliness that sits beside you even when everything looks normal. Daniel had a job, a place to live, people around him. But every evening, when the noise faded, he felt like the last person left in the world. At first, he didn't notice it. Friends replied slower, plans were delayed, calls became shorter. Daniel told himself, everyone is busy. But weeks passed, then months, and slowly, a painful truth settled in. He was no longer needed the way he once was. This confused him. Daniel had always been there for others, always listening, always helping, always showing up. So why now was he alone? At night, he prayed quietly. God, what did I do wrong? Why does it feel like you removed everyone? There was no answer, only silence. Loneliness began to change him. He smiled less, spoke less, trusted less. Some days he felt invisible. He could sit in a room full of people and still feel separate from them. Not rejected, just disconnected. And somehow that hurt more. Daniel started blaming himself. Maybe I'm boring. Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I matter less than I thought. Loneliness is dangerous like that. It doesn't shout lies. It whispers them, slowly, until they feel true.
He tried to escape it. He stayed busy, worked longer hours, filled his phone with noise. But the moment life slowed down, the emptiness returned, stronger. He felt tired all the time, not physically, emotionally. One night, Daniel sat alone on his bed, staring at the wall. And for the first time, he said it out loud. I feel abandoned. Not by people, but by God. That thought scared him. He had always believed God was close, but now, why did he feel so far away? Daniel stopped praying the way he used to. Not because he stopped believing, but because he didn't know what to say anymore. Weeks later, something unexpected happened. Daniel met a man at a small cafe. They didn't plan to talk, they didn't know each other, but loneliness has a strange way of connecting quiet people. They spoke about simple things, life, work, tiredness. Then Daniel said something he hadn't said to anyone else. I feel completely alone, and I don't understand why God would allow this. The man didn't rush to answer. He paused, then said softly, sometimes God removes people so you can finally meet yourself. Those words stayed with Daniel, not because they sounded wise, but because they felt uncomfortable. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He thought about who he was before loneliness arrived, how often he shaped himself to be accepted, how much he depended on others for validation, how rarely he sat with his own thoughts. He realized something painful. He had been using people to avoid facing himself. Loneliness didn't come to break him. It came to slow him down, to remove noise, to create space, to turn his attention inward. Daniel decided to try something different. Instead of fighting loneliness, he stopped running from it. He turned off distractions, sat quietly, and listened. Not to fear, not to regret, but to what was rising beneath them. He noticed wounds he never healed, dreams he abandoned, truths he avoided. Loneliness gave him space, painful space, but honest space. He began writing, not for others, not to share, just to understand himself. He prayed differently now, not asking for people back, but asking for clarity. God, what are you building in me during this season? Slowly, Daniel changed, not suddenly, not loudly, quietly. He stopped chasing validation, stopped explaining himself, stopped begging for attention. He learned how to sit with himself without feeling empty. And then, something unexpected happened. He felt stronger, not because people returned, but because he no longer needed them to feel whole. Months later, people did return, new people, healthier connections, but Daniel noticed something. He no longer feared losing them, because he had already survived being alone. He finally understood. God didn't isolate him to punish him. God isolated him to prepare him, to remove dependence, to strip false attachments, to rebuild his identity on something stronger. Loneliness taught Daniel self-respect. It taught him boundaries. It taught him faith without applause. He realized something powerful. When God makes you lonely, He is not taking love away. He is teaching you where real love comes from. Final message. Loneliness is not always loss. Sometimes it is alignment. When God removes people, He may be removing distractions. When He gives you silence, He may be giving you truth. Don't rush to escape solitude. There are lessons in it you cannot learn in crowds. And when this season ends, you will not be weaker, you will be rooted. Subscribe to Mindful Momentum for stories that don't just comfort you, but quietly transform you.